second week of pads, just how's everything feeling and how's the progression coming along?
I think spring ball, we started off really strong and we're still going strong. This is one of the best spring balls I've been a part of personally. I mean, energy's high, guys are feeling good, guys are flying around the field. It's definitely a different attitude this year and just a different energy about everyone.
What goes into that, having a better, spring camp than you had in years prior? Is it just, you mentioned attitude, is it a different kind of practice plan? Or what goes into, trying to improve?
It definitely starts in the off season. All that winter training, kind of setting the tone early with guys, just letting them know like how our mindset is going into spring ball and how it is going into next season, just on things we want to change. We just emphasized so much in this off season to change things around for this next year. I mean, there was a lot that we implemented and the guys took to it and they ran with it, so it's been good.
This defense, bringing back some starters at key positions, how big is it on you guys to kind of have that leadership role to kind of carry, set the tone and kind of carry the load sometimes as you rotate, new guys in?
It's huge. I mean, having that experience out there, it's nice for all the older guys to be able to fall back on each other if we need help with something or getting young guys going. But having that experience out there, I mean, you just can't beat guys that have like 3, 4, 5 years of experience because the game's slower for them. It's easier to react to things, and just being able to give some of those lessons, some of those coaching points to the young guys just allows them to grow quicker.
Kind of felt like Mitch was, a huge emotional leader, obviously his play on the field. So with him gone, kind of, do you feel like you're taking on that role? Or
yeah, I feel this offseason that's one of the emphasis I've taken is try to step up as a leader, try to be better for these guys just on the field, more vocal, more of a vocal point for the team as a whole, just because I know what Mitch brought last year, and that's something I want to replace him with the captains that came years before.
How important is like the chemistry off the field and during this time in the off season and building that so you guys are all in sync when games do happen?
Chemistry is huge. I mean, this off season was one of the toughest we've been a part of, especially for me in my career here at Eastern. But having those relationships with guys off the field kind of gives you something to fall back on when times are tough. Whatever you're going through, you have those guys to relate to, and everyone's going through similar things. So being able to talk to each other about that has always been good.
How is handling the physicality in spring, like knowing, hey, we want to push each other because it is the start of the off season here, but also there is a lot of off season left and finding that balance there.
The physicality this spring has been huge. I mean, we've done a lot of team reps this spring, but I think it's been good for us. It's showed us how we're really going to be playing football next year, and we've raised the intensity a lot. Guys are going harder in practice. The older guys are stepping up, taking reps against the other older guys, trying to get the best out of each other, so it's been good.
What's something I guess you were working on going into this I guess still off season, but heading into this coming season in the fall?
Definitely our focus is a big one, and just how much guys are bought into the program as a whole is something we wanted to emphasize. In the past, especially last year, it didn't always feel like that. So going in this offseason, just getting guys fully bought into the process and every day, I mean, it's going to be hard every day. So going in the mindset, yeah, it's going to be hard, but anyone can get through it.
How much do you guys talk about last year? I know some of the guys have said it was a motivator. It's one of the most motivating factors you had coming into this offseason. But how much is it actually like discussed, like, hey, that's not us, and we don't want that to happen in this program again?
Oh, this offseason, that was a big point of emphasis for us just because we know last year is not what Eastern football is, and that's not who we want to be in the future. It's definitely a motivating factor, but it's not something that we want to focus on 24/7. You still got to have that focus on the next year, which is, I think we've had a healthy balance of it.
As you guys, get ready for this scrimmage on Saturday, is that something that's almost kind of like a reward for you guys? You go through all the drills and kind of taking things step by step, and now you finally get into a semi-game atmosphere?
It definitely is. I mean, scrimmages are always fun, especially going against this offense. I mean, they're going to be throwing the ball around the field, sneaking a few runs, but scrimmages are always a good time for us just because we know that's when we can go out and prove ourselves, especially those young guys trying to step up. That's a time for them to go prove who they are.
And how do you gauge this offense, maybe specifically the offensive line who's working in some guys as well?
I mean, everything I've seen so far has been really solid. I mean, we have a lot of returners coming back. This year they're nastier. Their run blocks are a lot harder than last year. I think as a unit they're playing a lot better as a whole.
What do you look for in like these scrimmages when you look back at the tape, because it is early?
Mainly just execution. At times, it's going to be harder for the younger guys to pick up on playbook stuff at times, but being able to see them go out there and execute plays is the main thing. I mean, we're going to have some times when someone's going to run the wrong play, but as long as they're going hard the whole time, like, you can mess up, but if you're going 100%, you can still make a play.
Is there like a, I don't know, like a benchmark that you're trying to hit personally for you and as a unit as well, or?
For the defense as a whole?
Yeah.
We want to, right now, I think we're up to like 38% of our plays, perfect plays. We're trying to push that number every single day, because when you have those perfect plays, that means everyone's executing to their fullest. Everyone's executing, which means plays are going to be made. If you have everyone doing their job, then it's easier for the defense as a whole to fly around. Awesome.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.